everyone, my name is Connie and I'm the graphic designer at the Farm and Ranch Museum. Woohoo! Are you guys ready for this Saturday Adult Crafts? I am. We're on lesson 7 now with our Precious Moments series, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Wow, it's just time to be creative and have fun, and that's what it's all about. So today's lesson 7, will be to think about a word or a phrase, and you're going to paint that on your board or canvas. How fun. Think about a word you use, or think about a phrase you use all the time. Believe it or not, I thought of 3 words that I use all the time. And one is, I always say, right? And another one I used to say a long time ago all the time was, really? Really? And then now I use one all the time and I go, what? So those are my 3 words instead of just 1 word. So I started doing my sketches. And then I was thinking, you know what? There's a phrase that I used this year during, with the COVID and everything, staying at home, was think outside the box. And I think that's what I am going to paint today, is this phrase, think outside the box. When you illustrate just a word or a phrase or something, it's called typography. So you can have a lot of fun when you do typography, because then you can kind of mess up your font, you know, and let it stand out a little bit more, because I think that's what I'm going to do, this one at the bottom. Think outside the box. So now I'm thinking about what colors I might use and the background. The more I think about it, I think I'm going to use a textured background. I'm going to try something new, and I will show you how I'm going to do that. So now you get started. Go ahead and do your sketches, think of your words, think about your colors you're going to use. Now it's time to get ready to get your template ready. When I say template, I mean just a piece of paper that you can sketch on. So what I do, if you guys want to do this, is I get a couple of pieces of paper and I tape them together to fit the space that I'm going to use to draw on. And then I always like to have things centered. For this particular design I do. So, and what you can do is you just fold your piece of paper in half and you make your center point. So then the your lettering will fit centered on your board. So, and then what I've done is I've gotten just regular notebook paper with lines, and I will use that as a backdrop, I guess that's what you'd say. So what I'm going to use is this real cool light table to do this. Before I got the light table, I was actually using my window. So you can do that too if you don't have a light table. Let me show you mine. My cousin purchased this for me and I just love it. So then I just, you set your paper on top of it, and then you turn on the light, and then you can see the lines in your paper. So I used a little bit of creative fonts for everything. Everything looks kind of centered. So now I need to think about the color that I want to do. My background, and then the letters. So, and then I thought about that texture design that I want to show you guys, that I'm kind of visualizing in my head how I want to do the background. Well, I'm ready to get started. So I got my board, of course, and I sanded, and I have that all ready for my paint to go on my board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint my background of my letters white, and then I'm going to do a technique where you use these good old plastic bags that you get at the store, and I'm going to put another piece of more paint on this plate, and then put my bag onto the paint, and then kind of lightly put it onto my board to get like my own little stenciling technique. You know, if some of you guys are struggling with what word to use on your board, if you can't think of a word that you just use all the time, just put a word like fun, because we're having fun, right? I'm just going to continue putting my white on here, and I'll probably have to go in and add another coat. Always add water. If it gets a little bit, starts drying on you fast, you just add a little bit of water to your brush, and then it just applies a little bit smoother. If you want to not make it smooth and add your little texture lines with your paintbrush, do that. And as I was painting, I was thinking about when I took a painting class years ago, we had a lesson that we had to paint everything in one color using different values of that color. So when you say values, they're like different tones or shades of that color. So that would be fun and a challenge for you guys to do with this assignment. Is if you use like the color blue, you would use a dark blue, a medium blue, and a light blue, and then a very light blue. And then you can learn how to work with the values of a color. So I'm going to let this dry. Alright, so I've got my paint. I think I'm going to go with like a grayish color. And alright, you guys, I've never done this before, so I'm just going to kind of get the plastic bag and kind of bunch it up and hold it right here. I'm excited. Doing something new. I've seen this kind of done, but I've never done it. So I'm just tapping onto my color, just getting a little bit of it on there. And then, here we go. Just going to lightly press it onto the board. Oh, I'm liking that. Just going to pat it on there. This is so cool, you guys. Oh my gosh. Look. I'm going to do the sides a little bit. Okay, so my board is dry, and now I'm going to go ahead and trace my lettering onto the board. And I used this carbon paper. I went ahead and selected some brushes. I've got 4 different size brushes I'm going to use because my lettering, some are thin and some are thick. So I got it transferred onto my board, but I'm having to go in and make my lines a little bit darker so I could see. As I was doing this, I was thinking about my grandfather when I was like, I don't know, probably 9 or 10. He gave me this book on lettering. And it's crazy how I'm seeing myself enjoying it more and more as I'm painting and using words or lettering. So interesting. So I don't know if you guys could see that. So I decided to go with black paint, and then so my words, some are thick and some are thin. So for the first word, think, I'm going to use a very fine brush and So I will work my way down on my painting. So I finished painting my letters and kind of cleaned them up a little bit. So I'm going to look at this for a little while longer and see if I want to put a shadow. I know the shadow is going to help it a lot, so that looks a lot better. Shadows definitely add a little bit of perspective. So just going to clean up the back, put the hanger on there, and then put the varnish. So this is the fun part. Yay! Because you're done. And now you just get to varnish it. Make it nice and shiny and complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part of lesson 7 for Precious Moments. Hope you guys are having fun with all of them. And post some if you'd like, so I can see what you've done. Oh my God, how fun. Take a look at your painting. Okay, so thank you very, very, very much for allowing me to be in your home and to teach you guys lesson 7 with the Precious Moments series. Again, join us for Saturday Adult Crafts at the Farm and Ranch Museum, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.